Welcome back to Founders in the Field, the show where we go behind the scenes with agency leaders, consultants, and creative founders to show you how they're building, scaling, and staying sane in the trenches. I'm your host, Stefan Bradley, and today's guest is Graydon Ursel, co-founder of Foreverbooked. How are you doing, Graydon?
Good, Stefan. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thank you for coming on. Let's dive straight in. For people who don't know your story, take us right back to the start of your journey and what made you start your own business, and give us an overview of what your role looks like today.
Yeah, so my journey goes back to high school when I was in about grade 10. My dad, he actually owns a medical spa, and he's like very entrepreneurial. And so when I was in grade 10 in high school, he started recommending, this is the time when like mobile phones, it was like the mobile phone revolution was happening, and all the websites for our local businesses, they look terrible on a phone. And so him being an entrepreneurial minded person, he's like, yeah, you should go out and offer some mobile websites. So that was my first business ever. I was building mobile websites for just local businesses in my town. I actually teamed up with my brother, Jordan, to do that. And then fast forward 2 years, we went off to university. I studied commerce and business. He studied engineering. After that, we came home, and then we a lot of our friends went off and got corporate jobs, but we went back and started our second business, which is called Foreverbooked. So what we do is, my dad was actually our first client. We helped market his clinic using social media strategies. And since then, it's been 8 years since 2017. We've worked with over 725 clinics, medical spas, to help them with their marketing.
Wow, yeah. So mobile optimization being the first one to
yeah.
set off.
Yeah.
It's a big thing as well, because especially back then, but even now, you have to have it to work on your phone as well as a laptop.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's like it's a standard now. It's like it has to be mobile optimized.
So are you co-founder with your brother in this business, Foreverbooked?
Yeah, we started it together. Like right after university, we started this business. My dad was an advisor because he owns a clinic, and so he helped us with a lot getting started. He's still a client now. But yeah, it's my brother and I were the sole operators, or the prime operators of the business.
So just give us what does Foreverbooked do for medical spas? Is it getting clients booked? Give us a little bit more of an in-deep dive.
So we consider ourselves an anti-agency. I think we're the only anti-agency in the industry. And let me explain that for a sec. So when we first started off, we acted as a traditional agency. So we were running marketing on behalf of our clients. But after a while, we noticed that a lot of clients, they wanted to have more control over their marketing. They didn't want to have to wait. They didn't want to have to wait for us to launch campaigns for them. They wanted to be able to do a lot of it in-house. So about 2.5 years ago, we made a huge pivot, and we pivoted from a done-for-you agency model to a done-with-you in-house model, where we consult with clinics and help them set up their own in-house marketing system. So this is super unique in the market, because most of these marketing companies are operating as agencies. It's fine, like there's nothing wrong with that, but we prefer this in-house model because it gives clinics a lot more control over their marketing and allows them to build out a system in their clinic that grows and gets better over time.
And how are you finding, since handing over the control, do you find it works better? As in, are you working more on the business, or are they asking you more questions, things like that?
Yeah, so when we first did it, we were pretty naive. We just thought we could give these clinics, we could take all of our agency SOPs and everything and give those to the clients and give them just the instructions and let them do it. Turns out that, running a local business, it's super overwhelming. Most local business owners, they're very busy, and so they don't have time to figure out all those things themselves. So over the last 2.5 years, we've really, really invested a lot of time to simplifying the systems and making it as easy as possible. And that's why it's not a do-it-yourself program at all. We call it a done with you, because we really hold the hands of each clinic that joins. We book 3 calls to get them going. We do a one-on-one onboarding call, one-on-one offer creation call, one-on-one launch call. So we actually do a lot of it one-on-one to hold their hand and make sure it's done the first time. So yeah, lots of investment to making sure it's as easy as possible for clinics.
And then do they have a platform that they log into to
Yeah, we have two platforms. So I don't know if have you heard of School?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we use School as like our training portal and our community, and to book our calls and host our calls. And then we also use Go High Level software. So we heavily customize that software for use in medical spas. So we give them that software, and then we do all of our training through School.
And then they use that platform to book more clients and things like that.
Exactly. Like they can launch their ads from the software. They follow up with their leads. They do all their text marketing, email marketing. All that's done through the software.
Okay, interesting. So they log in and then they sort of run their own marketing with. I'm guessing that you're leveraging AI with all of this.
Yeah, we're leveraging lots of AI. Like we use the AI to follow up with all their leads. Either the clinic owner implements it themselves, or they hand it off to someone in their staff that takes control of the program, and then we help their staff implement it.
Okay. So Graydon, what are the biggest trends that you're seeing inside your market right now?
So a big trend that I'm seeing is obviously, like, I don't know if you've heard of Facebook's Andromeda update with running their ads. So, in the last couple of months, especially in the summertime, a lot of local businesses started to struggle with their ads because every 4 years, Facebook likes to update their algorithm. And the latest update, it favors creative diversity. And what that means is when you launch a new ad on Meta wants to see a bunch of different combinations and variations of images and videos. And so they want you to run, all different types of formats, all different types of angles to speak to all the different people in the marketplace. And so a lot of, clinics and a lot of businesses were struggling with that in the past couple months. So that's just like a really important thing. And that's what we've been focusing on a lot recently with our clients to help them with that new update. Another just larger trend I'm seeing is that with all the AI tools available, it's getting a lot easier to do things that only agencies could traditionally do. So an example of that would be how you run ads on Meta. Meta, like they're starting to automate a lot of the campaigns that you run on that platform. So right now it's not as important to set up targeting. A lot of these settings, Meta just takes care of it for you. And so before, where you would have had to have an agency to set up your campaigns, Meta takes care of a lot of that now. So more and more every day, it's becoming easier to take marketing in-house, and our whole program is designed to take advantage of that and give MedSpa, allow them to capitalize on that trend as much as possible.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can see the similarities with how you're running your sort of business and how Meta are trying to push their ads in the same sort of direction, because I've seen with Meta ads that it's getting a lot easier they take care of a lot of the things that it was harder before unless you knew what you were doing. So I can definitely see that you're going in a similar direction. So Graydon, what is working well at Foreverbooked, and where do you still feel slight friction?
So what's working well is everyone that joins our program, one of the biggest pieces of feedback we get is how incredible our team is. So we have a team of over 20 people. 8 of those people are marketing coaches. And so we have a full team that coaches our clients on how to run campaigns. And we get so much feedback on how great our team is, how cohesive they are, how helpful they are with clients. One thing that we're working on right now is we are redesigning our entire ads launch system. So with our system, our software integrates directly with Facebook, and we have a system where you can go in there and launch ads without even going into the ads manager at all. But we're totally rehauling that system. We got some feedback that it was difficult to edit campaigns, and there were some other processes that weren't as smooth as they could be. So we're actually designing, we're building out all this software in-house to make it really easy for these clinics to launch their ads. We're also designing, I think it's version 5 of our AI. We've been working on our AI system for about 2 years now, and every couple months we like to do a complete overhaul and update it so it's a lot more effective for our clients. So the 2 biggest things we're working on right now is our custom ad launch system and also our updated AI system, AI follow-up system.
Definitely. So I bet, because I think you said you've been in business since 2017, 2018?
Yeah, 2017.
So how long have you been invested in AI, as you just mentioned then, about building your own AI?
Pretty much from when it came out. So I think, when did ChatGPT came out? I think it came out 2022. Could be wrong, but I think around that time. It came out in November, And then about 5 months later, they released their API. And that's when we were able to start integrating ChatGPT or OpenAI with Go High Level. So as soon as that integration was available, that's when we started working with the AI. And that's also when we started this whole done with you system. So when ChatGPT came out, that was actually one of the catalysts that encouraged me to start this done with you system. Because before ChatGPT came out, one of the big bottlenecks when you run marketing is the lead follow-up. So once you generate the lead, like most local businesses, they'll drop the ball when it comes to actually following up with that lead and booking them in. They underestimate how fast you have to respond, how aggressively you have to respond. So before we had ChatGPT, we actually had a team of people. We call it the patient concierge team. And those people would be in all the accounts manually messaging all the leads back via text for our clients. And so once ChatGPT came out, I realized that we could use AI to do all that follow-up. That would drive a huge amount of efficiency. And then that was actually the thing that, gave me the idea. We should actually let clinics do this in-house. So AI and ChatGPT was that first tool that, encouraged me to do it that way.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely something that people underestimate, the speed to lead, of how fast you can speak to them before they go cold. They're hot, but then they go cold quick. So definitely.
Yeah.
So I would say med spas, are they more B2C then? Because med spas,
they're B2C.
I'm not really. Yeah. So med spas. Explain med spas a little bit more to me, because in the UK, I don't know if we have a different term for it.
Yeah. So a good way to think about it is a med spa is kind of like a hybrid, or it's kind of in between a day spa and a plastic surgery clinic. So you're not doing procedures that are as intense as surgery, but you're also doing procedures that are, they're more serious than just getting like a spa facial. So an example of that would be like injectables, lip injections, Botox, different laser treatments to rejuvenate the skin. So they perform all types of non-invasive, non-surgical procedures to enhance like aesthetics and anti-aging.
So how they would mainly get customers would be through ads?
Lots of ads, lots of meta ads, lots of around Google ads, SEO, but we primarily specialize in meta ads.
Mm-hmm. I think meta ads is because so many people are on meta now that it's such a big market pool to hit so many different clients. So that's definitely why it's the most popular one. And like for you to get these clients, do you run ads for yourself, or do you run cold email? Do you do anything like that?
I run a lot of ads. So I've been running ads since I started way back in 2017. We run ads. I'm constantly filming new videos. We use a lot of static images, but a lot of our acquisition comes from meta advertising.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's extensive. Like in this world that we're in now, that's a long time to be in ads. So I bet that you're shit hot, as we would say over here. That I would say probably by now.
What's the term? Shit hot?
Shit hot, yeah, it means you've been in it, you know exactly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, been around the block with ads for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially with all the different updates, probably you've had to go through that 7 years as well. 100%.
Yeah.
So, my last question is, if you could wave a magic wand and fix one thing in your business, what would it be and why? It
would be, like I was mentioning before, it would be... how I said we were working on our AI system and our updated ads launch system. I would just like that to be launched immediately. One of the frustrating things about especially building software and just being in business in general is like I have such a clear vision for what I want these updates to look like, and I wanted it to happen yesterday, right? So it's just a matter of like being patient and waiting for these things in your head to actualize. But if I could wave a magic wand, I would like those things to be implemented immediately.
Yeah, no, definitely. Patience is one thing entrepreneurs struggle with probably the most with, I would say.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate your time. And I wish you all the best with your business and with the med spas and what you're leveraging AI. I'm sure it's exciting times, the further more updates that we get with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where can my viewers, listeners sort of reach you? Do you have a website or anything like that?
Yeah, you can just go to foreverbooked.com. So just the word forever then booked. If you go there, you can opt in. We have like a case study video you can watch. We also have some free resources for clinic owners too. We have a marketing resource sheet. So you can just go to the website and download the resources there.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you so much for your time. And everybody that's watched the video, please can you like, comment, subscribe, and send to a friend if you think they'll enjoy this video. Till next time.
Cool. Thanks,
Thank
Stefan.
you.